Welcome to our lesson today. We have finished the volume. We are starting money, and the money. This topic is very examinable. And the money we shall be looking profit and loss. Profit and loss. Profit is the gain. So we shall be looking profit and loss, whereby we must cram the formulas. So how do we get the profit now? Profit, for example. You went to the market, you bought a goat, then you sell it. So we make a profit now sometimes, and sometimes we get loss. So how do we get the profit gaining now? So profit is equal to selling price. Profit is equal to selling price minus buying price. So that's how we get profit. So profit is equal to selling price minus buying price. When you go to town, you buy a cow. Let's say, for example, the buying price of the goat, let's say it's 5,000. Then you take it to the market. Then the selling price became 6,000. So this was the buying price. You bought it, and then you sold it at shillings this. So it means now the price has increased, it went up. So what is the profit now? It was 5,000. Later on you sold it and you got 6,000. So what is the profit now? The profit is 1,000 now. How do you get that 1,000? You say 6,000 minus 5,000. That is 1,000. That 1,000 is what is called the profit here in the faida. So we subtract now. How do we get this 1,000? Selling price minus buying price. That is how we get the profit. So profit is equal to selling price minus buying price. How do we get the buying price now? Suppose you are asked the buying price. Suppose you are asked the buying price. Buying price is equal to selling price minus profit. Minus profit. That is how we get the selling price. So the buying price. How do we get the selling price now? Selling price is equal to buying price plus profit. Buying price plus profit. That is how we get. So the issue is to cram the formula. Remember our buying price, I said, was 5,000. The selling price was 6,000. So the profit in between is 1,000. That's the profit now. So this was the buying price. This was the profit. And this was our selling price. To get this profit, we say the selling price minus buying price is 1,000. How do we get this selling price now? We don't have this selling price. How do we get this selling price now? This one is question mark. To get the selling price, we add. We say buying price plus profit. That's why we say selling price is equals to buying price plus profit. That's how we get. So it is 6,000. If it is 6,000, how do we get with this 5,000 now buying price? How do we get this buying price? This buying price, we say 6,000 minus 1,000, you will get 5,000. What do we do? We say selling price minus profit. That's how we get that formula. So the issue is to cram the formula. So let us see a question here. Here there's a question whereby you are told Abdi bought 2 pineapples at shillings 30 each. Abdi bought 2 pineapples. Abdi bought 2 pineapples. Abdi bought 2 pineapples at shillings 30 each. He sold both of them each. He sold both of them. He sold both of them for shillings 80. For shillings 80. Then they said, what profit did he make? What profit did he make? What profit did he make? They are asking now the profit now. Abdi bought Bought is the past tense of buy. This one is the past tense of buy. Abdi bought. So this is the buy. Abdi bought 2 pineapples at shillings 30 each. Abdi bought 2 pineapples at shillings 30 each. He sold. Sold means the past tense of sell. It's sold. He sold. So it's the selling price. He sold them for shillings 80. What profit did he make? Remember, how do we get the profit now? We say profit. The formula was profit is equal to selling price minus buying price. That is how we get the profit. Profit is equal to selling price minus buying price. Selling price here, Abdi sold. Sold means selling price. So our selling price here is shillings 80 now. It is here, shillings 80. Then buying price, our buying price here, you are told he bought 2 pineapples at shillings 30 each one. So what do we do now? 2 pineapples at shillings 30 each times 2, which is equal to now 60. So it is shillings 60 now. So this is the selling price and this is the buying price. Profit is equal to selling price, which is 80 minus shillings 80 minus shillings 60, which is equal to the profit is shillings 20. The profit is shillings 20. That is how we get the profit. So profit is equal to buying selling price minus buying price. That is how we get. So Abdi bought 2 pineapples at shillings 30 each. At each or pa, you always multiply. 2 pineapples at shillings 30 each. 2 pineapples shillings 30 pa, you always multiply at. So 30 times 2, it's 60. Then the selling price he sold is shillings 80. Selling price is 80. The formula it's saying profit is equal to selling price minus buying price. You only follow the formula. Selling price 80 minus buying price 60, which is equal to shillings 20. That is how we get. Let us see another question. Hassan sold a car for shillings. Hassan sold a car for shillings 3,056,000, making a profit of shillings 34,500. Making a profit of shillings 34,500. Then you are told what was the buying price. What was the buying price? What was the buying price? What was the buying price? Remember, we say buying price is equals to selling price minus profit. So we said buying price is equals to selling price minus profit. That is the formula. We only follow the formula. So buying price is equals to selling price minus profit. You are told Hassan sold, selling price. So the selling price here is equals to 35,600. That is the selling price. Making a profit. So this is the profit now. Making a profit. So we write the profit. We only follow the statement. Making a profit of shillings 34,500. Then the question is asking buying price. So what was the buying price? So we say buying price equals to selling price minus profit now. Selling price minus profit, which is equal to now 35,600 shillings minus 34,500 shillings. 34,500. Then what we do now, we subtract now. We say now 35,600 minus 34,500. 34,500. 34,500. 0, 0. We borrow 1 from here. Here will be 5. Here remains with 5. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. So which is equal to 32,500 shillings. That is how we get that answer. So that is how we get 32,500 shillings. So that is how we get the profit. So he sold, selling price. is there, 35,600, making a profit of 34,500. Profit is 34,500. You are told what was the buying price. Buying price equals to selling price minus profit. Then you subtract, then you get your answer as that. Let us go to now another question. Let us go to another question. You are told by selling a bicycle, by selling a bicycle, by selling a bicycle for shillings 4,700, for shillings 4,700, for shillings 4,700. The shopkeeper made a profit. The shopkeeper made a profit bicycle. The shopkeeper made a profit. The shopkeeper made a profit of shillings 350. Of shillings 350. What was the buying price? 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 You are told by selling a bicycle. Sorry, by selling a bicycle. Bicycle for shillings 4,700, the shopkeeper made a profit of shillings 350. What was the buying price? So what was the buying price? How do we get the buying price? Now we said buying price is equal to selling price minus profit. That's how we get the buying price. That's how we get it. By selling, this is the selling price. By selling shillings 4,700, he made a profit of 350. He made a profit of 350. What was the buying price? What was the price? So let's say now selling price here is equals to 4,700. Profit is 350. To get the buying price now, buying price equals to selling price minus profit. So he sold now shillings 4,700. He took the bicycle to the market. He sold it at shillings 4,700. Then by taking it and selling it by shillings 4,700, he got a profit of 350. The question is asking what was the buying price initially. If he sold at shillings this and he got a profit of this, what was the buying price before? So buying price equals to now selling price, which is shillings 4,700 minus shillings 350. So we subtract now. Let us subtract now 4,700 minus 350 minus shillings 350. Minus 350, 0, 5. Here remains with 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. Here remains with 4. So he got 4,000. So 4,700 minus shillings 350. 0. Here remains with 5. So 4,350. He got 4,350 shillings. That was the buying price. So to get the buying price, we said you subtract the selling price and the profit. So after subtracting the selling price and the profit, whatever you get will be the buying price. So selling price sold, selling 700 minus profit 350. You subtract now, you get the buying price as that. So we go to now loss. 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 So loss equals to buying price minus selling price. How do we get loss? Loss equals to, loss means you have not gained a profit. you sold things, then you got a loss. You have not gained anything. So loss equals to buying price. Loss equals to buying price. Loss equals to buying price minus selling price. Minus selling price. Minus selling price. That is how we get the loss. Loss means buying price minus selling price. For example, you bought a cow at shilling 6,000, for example. That is the cow, that is the buying price. You bought it at shilling 6,000. Then later on, you have taken the goat to the market. Then the selling price became shillings 5,000. Now initially, you bought it with shillings. You bought it at shilling 6,000. Later on, after you have taken it to the market, the price became 5,000. It means now the price has reduced now. From where? From 6,000 to 5,000 now. So it means here there is no profit, there is loss. Because the initial price was 6,000 and the final price is what? 5,000. So it means there's a decrease there. Now what they're asking is that decrease. Now what was the loss? The loss is now 1,000 because 6,000 minus 5,000. That's how we get the loss. How do we get that 1,000? The buying price, the initial price, the buying price minus the selling price after you have sold the goat. So that's how we get the loss. So loss equals to buying price minus selling price. That is how we get the loss. In loss now, how do we get now the buying price? The buying price equals to, when we are dealing with the loss, buying price equals to selling price plus loss. Selling price plus loss. That is how we get the buying price. So buying price equals to selling price plus loss. So initially profit, we said buying price equals to selling price minus profit. But now the one of loss, buying price equals to selling price plus loss. Let us get now the selling price. So selling price is equal to buying price minus loss. Buying price minus loss. So that is how we get, because we said the price was 6,000. That was the buying price. And the selling price, you sold it shillings 5,000. So it means it has reduced now. Then the person has given you now the loss. The loss was 1,000. In between, the decrease was 1,000 now. So the person is now asking, how do we get with this buying price of shilling 6,000 now? How do we get that? What do? We do 5,000 plus 1,000. You will get selling price at 6,000, buying price at 6,000. So how do we get with this now buying price? That's 6,000. It was 6,000. How do we get? What do? We add 5,000 plus 1,000. 5,000 is selling price, and 1,000 was the loss. So you will get now 6,000 when you add. So how do we get this buying price? Is the selling price plus the loss. So that's what we are saying. And for example now, how do we get now the selling price? The buying price was 6,000. The selling price, you sold it, then the price has reduced, has become now 5,000. We say that. Then now the loss is 1,000. It has reduced 1,000. Then someone will tell you what was the selling price. How do we get this 5,000 now? To get this 5,000, what do? We say 6,000 minus 1,000. You will get 5,000 here. What have you done? Buying price minus loss. That's why we say buying price minus loss. Selling price, this 5,000 is equals to buying price minus loss. That's how we get the selling price. That's what we are saying. So let us see a question. If there's a question here. Yes, Chepto bought 4 meters materials. Chepto bought 40 meters of material. 40 meters of material. Chepto bought 40 meters of material for shillings 28.40. For shillings 28.40. Then you are told she then sold the material. She then sold the material. She then sold the material at shillings 68 per meter. At shillings 68 per meter. At shillings 68 per meter. Then they said how much was the loss? 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 They said how much was the loss? now. So to get loss, we said loss is equals to buying price minus selling price. So loss is equals to buying price minus selling price. That's how we get that, because it's asking loss, how much was the loss. So you are told she told bought means buying price. Bought is the past tense of buy. Whenever you hear bought, that's the buying price. So buying price is 28.40. She is 28.40. Then you are told she then sold. Sold means selling price. You write like that. You hear sell or sold. She then sold the materials at shilling 68 per meter. Per meter means every meter. And we had how many meters? She told bought how many meters? 40 meters. Shilling 68 per meter. Per meter means each meter times 40. So we multiply now. So we say 68 times 40. 0, 32 carry 3, 24. 24 plus 3, 27. So the selling price is now 27.20. So the question is asking how, and this one is 28.40. So you are told how much was the loss. Loss now, how do we get the loss? Buying price here. She told bought 40 meters at 4 shillings this. 4 we don't multiply. At we multiply and per or each. So 28.40 we multiply with minus now selling price. He sold shillings 68 per meter, and they were 40 meters. You multiply now minus 20 shillings, 27.20. Now we subtract now. What is now the loss? So how do we get now buying price minus selling price? Buying price minus selling price. The loss is now 28.40 minus 27.20. 0, 2, 1. So it is 120. So shillings 120. That is how we get the loss. Because initially this guy bought 40 meters at shillings 28.40. He later on tried to sell it. Then he sold those materials at shillings 68 per meter. Per meter means every meter. So 68 times 40, they were 68 shillings and they were 40 meters times 40, you get 720. You know, after selling, he has reduced the money now. So what was the loss? What was the hasara? So now to get the loss now, we say loss is equals to the buying price bought, which is 28.40, which is shillings 28, which is shillings 28.40, minus the selling price, which is 27.20. You subtract now 78.40 minus 28.40 minus 27.20, you will get shillings 120. That will be the loss now. So for today, we shall stop it there. I wish you all the best.